Hey there, class, and everybody else who's watching. I thought I'd start out today's workout a little differently, or today's demonstration, with a question. A question I get asked a lot, a question that's pretty general, and that is, how do you work out with a disability? Now, a lot of the people I work with have disabilities or chronic injuries, and really the answer is no different than for anybody else. Essentially, if you're trying to work out to improve your life, you're just looking for movements that you're not very good at, that you're trying to get better at. And that fact doesn't change regardless of the person. Injured, not injured, able, disabled, whatever category you want to get in. So we look for basic human movements that we struggle with. That might be very easy movements, depending on our disability or injury, or very fancy, complicated movements. And we're just working to make those movements better. Now, while you do that, you're going to build muscle and lose fat and all the other superficial reasons that we work out. But at the end of the day, what we're trying to do is get better at moving our body, or getting our body better at moving other objects. So for this week's workout, I want to talk about, I'll show you how that relates. We have some basic movements here. Some are very simple, some are very fancy. For those of you in my class, you're very familiar with a lot of these, but there's a few tricks, so watch out. And I programmed this one extra hard for you, Chidam. And for those of you that do not work out with us in the morning, as we go through this workout, I'm going to show you that I guarantee every movement we do here, everybody can do each one of these movements, regardless of whether you're perfectly able, whether you have a messed up leg, you're in a wheelchair, post-stroke, whatever your condition is, there is a version for it. As always, for each one of these movements I show, I'll talk briefly about all of it to keep this video brief, but there's a detailed version description of how to do each one of these movements, a separate video for each movement that you can look at. Okay, so also, before you start moving, general disclaimer, make sure you're cleared by your medical professional to move. And that goes for anybody, disabled or not. All right, so today's workout, what are we doing? Today's workout is gonna be I have it written over here, a 22-minute AMRAP. We're doing this work for 22 straight minutes as many times as possible. And this workout's also written down below. We have 22 clean to squats. Clean to squats. Let's go over that now. 22 clean to squats. That is, we're going to take an object, of a kettlebell in this case, but it can be any weighted object, and we are going to clean this weight to our shoulder and then squat this weight down. This can be a one-handed object or a two-handed object. Now, if we are a little more advanced, for our advanced students, we're going to go clean to lunge. Clean to lunge. So we're going to get that 22 times. These movements can also be kneeling and done seated on the floor. Deanna, for this one, I see a bicep curl coupled with some glute bridges. And for the explanations of how to do them on your knees or on the floor, you can click the how-to links below. Okay, after we do those 22 clean to squats, we're then going to get a 30-second plank. 30-second plank. And again, there are lots of different variations for this. Even if you're paraplegic, you can do a version of a plank. Check the videos below. For athletes that are a little more advanced, instead of a 30-second plank, the advanced movement is going to be a plank pass-through. So you're going to get in the plank, and you're going to take your weight, set it just below your hand, and then get 22 plank pass-throughs. Each time you move and pull the weight, it is a 1. So 22 plank pass-throughs. After that, we're going to do 22 sit-ups. 22 sit-ups. Everybody's on the floor for this one. You can sit up straight. You can sit up to your side on your arm. Those work just fine. Full video on sit-ups below. After that, we're back to a 30-second plank. So back up to our plank position. Traditional plank, on the knees, on the elbows, whatever you can do. Whatever's challenging for you, do that. For our advanced people, that can plank for 30 seconds no problem, we're gonna get 22 rainbow planks instead. We start up at the top, drop the hips to the side, and drop to the hips to the other side. Again, this can be done on the knees as well if we need to. After that, we're gonna do 22 lunges. I already showed a lunge earlier. That's gonna be with our weight again. Up in a lunge position, drop down, come back up. That's one. Alternate legs to the other side for two. This can also be done in a kneeling position. And for those folks, like always, whose hips can't move up and down, we're gonna be doing some form of dip or staggered dip. Glute bridges work as a sub for this as well. And then at the very end, we're gonna do another 30-second plank. So back to 30-second plank. It's the last movement, and for advanced users, it's gonna be a 22 plank to push-ups. Just like that. That can be done on the knees as well. So there you have it, 22-minute AMRAP, 22 clean to squat, or the advanced version, clean to lunge, and that's gonna be a lunge on each side. So clean, lunge on the right, lunge on the left, then a 30-second plank, or 22 plank passers, then 22 sit-ups, then a 30-second plank, or 22 rainbow planks, then 22 lunges, then a 30-second plank, or 22 plank to push-ups. So we have a lot of options, a lot of varieties there. Anybody can do this workout. You just have to have the right version for yourself. You can do this in a chair. You can do this on the floor. You can do this on your knees. Anything is possible. Again, all the videos you need are down below. If you have any questions, just shoot me a question for your specific case and I'll help you out. Guys, I will see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Those of you watching this in the current time. The rest of you, welcome to try this workout at home. Peace.